welcome back to the channel. Following on from the last episode on the wiring, we're starting to get a lot closer than we were originally. It's so nice to see things starting to work. We're going to continue on from where we left off, rerouting the wiring, disconnecting as we go, putting the actual cables where they should be properly before I actually go in with cable ties and cable tie it down. I just want to make sure that everything is in the right place. So as I say, we've covered the front end, that's all working fine. I've done a couple of bits off camera because they are quite simple things to do, but I'll show you what I've done in a second. So as I said, we're going to start from the actual switchgear where we've plugged it in, and then disconnect that, reroute the switchgear, and then move back through the bike. So let me show you where I'm at the moment. Right, so as we left off, we were literally at this position here. So the front is basically all done. So that's what we're going to attack next. And then obviously get these wires in the right place and taped up. Right, so as you remember from the last episode, I had the reg rec just hanging loose. I've still got to fit the plug, but it's actually now mounted underneath the battery tray. So I've actually lifted the battery tray out to mount it, and then rerouted this wire here which came up over the top and run underneath. I've rerouted the rear cable for the tail lights and indicators. That now runs up the side. It was a quick job. And I've rerouted these so they come down to this side plate so we can start mounting from here. And now I can put the brake light switch back in position, so that is in the right place. So again, that can actually be cable tied up. I just need to get these in the right place, so we need to feed these switch gears through. I've also got to disconnect this plug, which is all the wiring down to the reg rec. That needs to poke down through here. I've also gone ahead and cut the bolts down to actually fit the rear indicators. Again, a quick couple of minute job. So as I say, this connection here I need to route down through, get this brake light failure sensor that actually sits in behind the flasher relay, and then get this plug sorted. So first job, I'm going to disconnect all these cables. I've taken a few photos so I know exactly where everything goes. I've just got to make a connection for these two black wires, and as I say, reroute these down through. I'll probably bring them down through there and out. I may be able to bring them through here, but it depends. Probably just down through here would be fine, and then bring them along this side. So let's crack on, and hopefully you can still see why I actually disconnect all these wires, which is going to be the fun one, and then reroute these cables down. So I'm going to start with one at a time. I'm not going to disconnect everything at the same time. So we're just going to start with the left hand switch gear. So it does make it easier, there's less wires to actually deal with. And we can pull this forward after they're all connected. But I've had to cut some of it back so I can get to the wires. Right, so I just need to feed this one through and then bring it round this side. Right, so that's now in place. I've just put some loose cable ties just to keep the wire in place. That's fed through around this side, so I just need to connect these plugs. Once they're connected, we'll then disconnect these ones and reroute this side down through as well. Right, so there's just the brown left. So that is all them connections intact. I'll pull that forward slightly. Right, so next job is take these ones apart, a little bit easier, so there's not so many of them, and then reroute down through. Right, that one's routed through. Again, a couple of cable ties just to hold it in place, and then this one will stretch and plug into these ones. So that's everything in place. Then I can feed this up, these down and tape. Right, so these I will more than likely tape up and then cable tie to the underside of the frame, just so they tuck up. So that's basically to here now done. Right, so the only thing is now is this side. Right, so that's tucked the rear loom up. Right, so I need to slot a fuse box in. Right, so the oil pressure switch and the stop switch, so just disconnect the stop switch, which goes into the blue-brown. Feed them wires round. Right, let's disconnect the negative lead and just feed that. Right, that fits in a better place now. So let's reconnect the black yellow. Right, so it's just these three now, which is the green, blue, red and black. So I've just tucked them down behind the frame for now. And then reconnect. Right, so that's everything in that side. Again, I'm going to have to tidy up how these wires look and how they go, but I know they're in the right place. And when the side panel's over it, so that's actually tidier. So again, that's that side done. So I need to get some black tape. Tail section at the moment, I'm not that worried about. It's all in the right place. Right, the next job is that lot. Right, so we start disconnecting. I've already taken out the starter relay. Next will be the lead that would have gone to, well, as it was a separate unit, but that now goes to the reg rec. I need to disconnect the actual tail light sensor. And the flasher relay. Take the flasher relay out. Right, so that's all the wires we had. That's the starter motor lead. Right, that will fit behind there now, but the thing I need to do is actually feed this through. Alright, let me wiggle this through and then we'll move it in up behind the airbox. As you can see, the lead's there. I need it down, coming out there. Right, so that's slid through nicely. I need to bring it up slightly. Obviously when I cable tie and tape up there, it needs to have a bit of movement, so, but that's fine, just where it is. Alright, so we know that goes to the reg rec. Again, I think I'm going to have to take them off and actually put the proper plug on rather than what was intended originally. Right, so we know that these two are the flasher relay. So that is the brake light. Right, so start a relay. I just need to feed the positive lead up through. So I'll get to the battery. Starter motor lead. I'm just hanging down for now. I'm not connecting that to anything. I don't want this engine turning over yet. Right, so that one down behind. The black I've got to make a connection for. And then we need to change, put a plug on these ones, and then we can connect them into the new block. But I'm going to have to replace, probably have to replace these ones, so I'll get that done, and then I can put the new block on. Actually, even better, these actually do fit. This is actually the connecting end to the reg rec, and they do actually fit. I've just slid 2 through so far. Yep, excellent. There we go. And I've also got the lead that's coming off for the neutral light. Right, and that's connected. So for now I'm just going to tuck that underneath out of the way. And then all we've got is these wires to reconnect. Right, so I've done the black and then the red yellow from the starter relay into the black yellow. And the lead that comes off the red from the alternator that comes into the reg rec, that goes into the red green. And then all I've got left, because I know that's a power one. So those two, they go up to my starter relay. So again, for now, edge is going to be poked up underneath for now. So everything basically is in place, apart from the power leads. Right, so in theory, if I pop a battery back in, we should still have full power. Let's have a look, see what we got. Right, so let's see what we've got, see if we've still got everything. Oh, it's still got neutral light. Yep, indicator front and rear. Still got horn. Pass light. Low beam. High beam. I don't seem to have. Yeah, there we go. So we've got tail light. I have to check that connection because all I did was just tapped it. So we've still got everything still working after rerouting the wires. As I say, as soon as I've got some tape, I'm going to tape up that section, the main join. Need to tidy up this a bit more, but it is all connected, it is all working, and I've just got that plug to change and tidy up, but everything is routed through. I've got the back to tidy up as well, but everything is routed through, everything is working, which is really good. Don't know if some of you may have noticed the box sitting against the wall. We'll cover that in the next episode, and no, it's not a pre-lit twig. That is the parcel I've been waiting for. So no, so I hope that helps people. Say, if you have got any feedback, let me know. I always appreciate it. I'm trying to do this in small segments so it's easier for me to understand, and hopefully for others that are following to understand as well. But no, pleased with that. Right, so as usual, thanks for joining me. I hope that helps people. It's certainly helping me. As I said, that's why I've done these in small blocks so I can understand it, and hopefully there's not too much information, well, especially for me to understand and for other people that are starting this. I mean, I've had so many comments of people like, I'm watching your vids, I'm going to do this myself, which is fantastic news. I'm really pleased that people are actually having a go, trying. Use the manuals, use the colour wiring diagrams. It's helped me, and I say, other than a few bits of literally tidying up the rear section where the tail light is, have a look why the tail light doesn't come on all the time. Earth leads on the rear indicators I need to do. Tidy up the wires, and then for the rest of it, it is just taping up the wires and cable tying in place. Hopefully then, once that's done, I'll probably do that off camera, because it is just literally taping up wires, cables, and cable tying them into a good position. I need to get back on the engine, because obviously I want to get this started, but there's still a fair amount to do on the engine. I've got the clutch to go in, I've got oil filter to go in, oil to go in, cases to still polish. So there is still an amount to do before I even think about turning that, well, either kick-starting it or hitting the button. So, but we'll see. As many of you seen, there was a box just to one side of the video. As I said earlier, it's not a pre-lit twig, which is what the box is. It's what I've been waiting for. I haven't opened it. I'm going to open it in the next episode. I haven't seen this, so you will see it as I see it. Hopefully it should be quite good. So there are links to other videos at the end of this video. It's something new I'm trying just to see how it works. But we'll carry on in the next episode where we unbox the mystery parcel. Again, thanks for watching. Join me again next time. Cheers. Bye.